How important is the mobile web page?
It's obviously quite important, and it's only growing in importance. I mean that in the future we simply need to have a web page that is responsive and that you can use and also utilize with your mobile devices. We are not there yet, but I think it's much more important for us to be able to work on third-party platforms like Instagram and Facebook, for instance, because most people, they enter through those pages and through those platforms, and less people go directly to our web pages. But in the midterm, we need to get that fixed, absolutely.
So what you're saying is, of course, it's important to have a mobile web page, but actually right now, when the consumers connect with you, it's not through a mobile web page, it's through Facebook, it's through Instagram, etc.
That's where you get a lot more consumers because they are there anyways, and you have the direct access to them.
So what are the main barriers of connecting with consumers on a small, tiny mobile screen?
I think there are definitely some barriers in terms of the communication message that you can send to consumers on a tiny screen. But I actually think that the biggest barrier is the lack of patience that the consumers have. We need to send a message that they can absorb very quickly and instantly, and that they can engage in. I mean, if you don't grab them within the first 1 or 2 seconds, they are onto something else, because there's so much happening in the digital space and in the social space. So if you're not relevant right away, they'll just move ahead. So you need to grab them, but the moment that you have grabbed them, if you are engaging, if you're able to involve them, then you can actually get them to do quite a lot of things for you.
How do you handle that lack of patience at Carlsberg when you communicate with your customers through mobile devices?
It's we are trying to understand how can we send communication messages that are involving and engaging. So we sort of jump this barrier of patience and get them involved. And one of the learnings we have is that the more you can tap into things that is happening right now, and be in sync with what is engaging the consumers on a more broader scale, the better the chance is that you can engage them for a little bit longer.
And what possibilities do you see in using data when you're interacting with your consumers on mobile devices?
I don't think that we have seen the tip of the iceberg yet in terms of how we can utilize data. We are not working very much with that. There is a lot of talk about big data, but I think at the moment there is more talk than actual business cases on big data. But I think that we'll see that coming more and more, and also that we will be able to utilize that more and more in the way that we target our consumers and target them at the right place, at the right time, with the right piece of communication. So we'll move from mass communication that we had in the past, or where we are now, into a lot more targeted communication in the future.
Can you come up with an example of what that could look like for Carlsberg?
Yeah, I think that one example could be that if we know exactly what kind of buying behavior, what kind of mood our consumers are in a certain moment of time, for instance, passing by a restaurant or a bar, and we can give them a communication to come in, try our new beer, or get a beer for free, or whatever it could be, together with our customers. That's the moment where we are very targeted. Also, you can in the off trade, if we can target consumers exactly in the buying situation that they are in, for instance on a Friday night or on a Saturday night, with a very relevant piece of communication that is linked into what they're going to do, that being a meal, or that going to a party, whatever it could be, then we can be more relevant and also boost sales together with our customers.